friends! I'm so happy you're here! Today we're going to be doing some embroidery. So I'm not like a huge embroiderer. The word embroidery just kind of gets you, doesn't it? Anyway, not a huge embroiderer, but every once in a while I like a good project, you know? I'm a crafty gal. I like to be a crafty gal. So, the other day I embroidered this onesie for my son. Look at it! It's so cute and tiny. It says little bro, obviously you can read. And after I embroidered this tiny little onesie, I was like, okay, well, his big sister obviously needs a matching one. Obviously, they have to be matching because, you know, they're my children, so I have to do that. So, I have this larger onesie, which also, okay, the size difference between these onesies might make me cry. Is it because I'm pregnant? Maybe. Is it just because I'm extremely sentimental? Also, yes. So I wanted to embroider this to match and say big sis, so that, you know, he'll have one that says little bro and she'll have one that says big sis, and his is like bluish greenish and hers will be pink, just because that's fun, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to invite you here to embroider with me and show you a little bit of my process. I like to call myself a chaotic crafter because I decide to do things and then I just kind of do them whether or not I have any resources to do so. But this time, I'm actually very prepared. I actually have all the stuff that I need and it's not so chaotic. So we'll see if it turns into something chaotic. Hopefully it doesn't. So yeah, let me just show you like my process of setting up my embroidery, and then I'll show you some B-roll of me actually doing the embroidery and perhaps a little tutorial on how to do a chain stitch, super easy. And yeah, let's jump in. Let's jump in. Okay, so here we are. We have the onesie. First thing that we need to do is put the embroidery hoop inside of the onesie. So I guess this is now a tutorial because I'm going to show you how to do just kind of the basic setup here. So you take out the hoop that does not have the connecty thingy, and that's going to go inside, which I'm going to unbutton this really quick so that I can get it in there. This onesie is size 24 months, and my daughter will be 18 months old. Well, technically I think she'll be 17 months old. I guess it depends on when he's born exactly, when my son is born. So this might be a little bit baggy on her when he is a newborn, which is what the size of his onesie will be. But he's also measuring quite small, so he might not fit into the newborn one for a little bit anyway. So it might just work out. Okay, so I've got it about right there, which I think is going to be a good place to do it. And then you put the hoop with the thingy, I don't know what it's called, obviously, because I'm calling it a thingy. You put that on the outside over the other hoop, and it stretches the fabric like so. And then you just tighten her on up, okay? So you want to make sure that the fabric is taut. You want it to be tight here. You want it to be stretched because that's what's going to give you the best surface to work with, I guess, is what I'm saying. I'm sorry that I'm illiterate. Anyway, so the next thing that we're going to do before I get too antsy with these are my two thread colors, by the way, aren't they cute? Before I get too antsy with them, I'm just going to use a regular pencil and just kind of generally sketch out the words big sis. Now, if you look at this one, this little guy, oh, it's so tiny compared, oh my gosh. I did little and kind of cursive-y, and then bro in caps. So I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to do big and kind of cursive-y font, and then sis in all caps. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball where I want it to be. Now, there are embroidery sheet things that you can get where you can write on it. It's like paper, and you put it on and then it like dissolves when you put it in water. That way you're not just like writing directly on your surface, because it honestly doesn't work that well with pencils. So I guess that's where my chaoticness is coming in. It doesn't work that well, but it's what we've got, so it's what we're going to do. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of eyeball where I want it to be, do a general little sketch, enough that I'll be able to see kind of what I'm doing, and then we'll go from there. not at all. Okay, a little bit. You can see that's the bee, a little tiny bit. So now that I have this sketched out, I'm going to prepare my thread. Now, it kind of depends on your thread and your project. Generally with this thread that I have, if it's the same kind as my other one, I like to split it. It's a like 6 strander, and I like to split it into halves of 3, because I don't like to use this thick of thread when I'm doing just like lettering. Now, also, you're going to be folding it in half, so keep that in mind for how long you make it. And if you are more experienced in embroidery, you could make it longer and like not get it tangled, but you don't want it to be too long, because you don't want it to get all tangled up, and you also don't want it to be too short because you don't want to have to like tie a knot every couple of seconds. Now this, ooh, okay, this is actually a 2-strander, so I'm not going to split it because I need to be able to split it to do my chain stitch. I've got my needle. Can you even see that? There it is. You can, except for it's not focusing on my hand. So maybe you can't. Hello? There it is. You can't see it. It won't focus. Anyway, so I'm going to thread my needle. Maybe. You know what? Maybe I will split this, because then I'll do it in half and then it will be 2, but then is that going to be thick enough? No, okay. I won't split it. See, this is, like I said, where my chaotic side comes through, where I just kind of, I talk through it as I go, I figure it out as I go. It may or may not turn out good. We'll see. I threaded it with this one that I have, and it's not as great as it could be, but that's okay. But I thought I would show you. So you fold it in half, you put the needle on, right? Okay. I mean, this isn't like necessarily what you do for every single project that you ever want, but that's what I'm doing for here. And then just tie a little knot. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm going to do, I'm using the lighter color for the big and then the darker color for the sis. You come in from behind here. I'll zoom in a little. Let's zoom in. Come in from underneath. I'm going to start over here with the kind of swooshy part of my bee. You just push it through. Pull it. Okay, now I'm going to be doing a chain stitch, so that I'm going to put it through like this. Following, of course, the line I have created for myself. Then, what I'm going to do, let's get really up close and personal for this. Okay. So, we have our stitch here. I'm going to go in between these two and split them. Oh, you know what? This is a split stitch, not a chain stitch. See what I mean about not being a professional and being kind of chaotic? That's what I mean. Then you pull it through, and then you just do it again. Just push it through that guy. Pull it. Once again. Like that. And then you just split. And you keep going. And that's how you do it. So now you can enjoy some B-roll of me, and we'll check in a little bit. Okay, you remember how I said that I was a chaotic crafter? this is where the chaotic crafting really comes in, because I've decided to start over completely. So I grabbed a different onesie because the one that I was using, the thread, it was just too thick and it made big holes in it, and I did it crooked, and it didn't look as good as it deserved, as my daughter Penelope deserved for its look. So I'm gonna start over. And listen, I could have refilmed this. I could have refilmed it and lied to you and pretended like it was the first time I was ever doing it, but I'm sharing with you my failure. But I also am picking different colors because this is thinner thread that I usually use, and it's the same one that I used for my sons. So I think it will look more cohesive with the two onesies together. It will be easier to use. It will be the right type of thread to use with the needle that I currently have available to me. So yeah, these are our new colors. It's not focusing on them. There we go. Aren't they cute? Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna turn you over to B-roll me and start getting this fixed. But yeah, I just wanted to update you that chaotic crafting with Sandy continues, and hopefully this time it goes better. Okay, hi. Once again, my chaos has come through, and look! Big sis. Okay, so here's big sis shirt and little bro. My children. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have my babies wear these onesies together and take a little picture of them and have them do a little cuddle. I cannot wait. But I have to wait approximately 19-ish more weeks. Thank you for joining me on this embroidery journey. It's truly been a journey. I don't know why it was such a journey, because this little bro shirt took me like no time at all. You know, I just whipped it out, decided I was going to do it, and did it. This one was a struggle, but it was worth it because it says Big Sis and it's very cute. And I am very happy with it. So yeah, thank you for being here. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you learned something about embroidery. Maybe learned what not to do. That's usually some knowledge I can provide when it comes to crafting. Yeah, thank you for joining me in this chaotic crafting moment. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!